Take any questions?
I have a question. I know, looking at you, Senator McCaffrey, you had concerns about Kelly versus Marcantonio and whether you could do what apparently this bill is doing, which is allowing a look back, a repressed memory, recovered memory provision. How did you get over that hurdle and put it back in the bill?
Kelly versus Marcantonio is still the law of the state of Rhode Island. This bill right here, probably at some point in time, someone will challenge it in the Supreme Court and address that issue, whether or not that Kelly versus Marcantonio is still the law of the land or it's going to be expanded beyond that. But this is such an important issue that we in the Senate here felt it was important to pass a bill so that the victims can be taken care of. And we feel that the House, hopefully they'll be willing to take this bill up. And I don't know why the House differentiated between a victim who was victimized by someone, say, in a Parks and Rec league where they're doing something versus someone who's victimized in a different social setting type of league.
Do you have agreement with the House that they are willing to accept the state and municipality provision going back into this bill?
We don't have any agreement with the House.
Okay. Do you believe that going back to the repressed memory in 7 years, do you believe it's constitutional right now, what you're seeking to pass today?
As I see the bill, I believe it's constitutional prospective. Going back is going to be, I assume it's going to be an issue that's going to be challenged in the courts. And we felt over here that the issue is too important, so we want to make sure that there's the 35-year statute of limitations against both the perpetrators and the institutions, and also if the court has to make a decision on that, they can make a decision on it.
Senator, I know you said you haven't spoken with the House on this, but if the House were to not pass this, what would the prospects be moving forward?
Well, I mean,
you have ultimate debates, decisions, iterations. I mean, would that essentially make us?
Well, we have been in discussions with the House on this legislation prior to the bills passing and even after the two bills passed, and our position was, we don't know why you want to treat victims of the state and municipalities different than other victims, and we always said that we were willing to look at the 7-year look back or a look back period of time so that we can get this legislation through. And we're in the closing hours of the General Assembly, and we feel it's important that this issue be sent over to the House so that they can address it. They know what the issues are. They've had Senator Nessa Bush's bill over there for a period of time, and obviously we're blending the two bills together, and that's what the legislative process is. The victims are happy. I haven't heard from anyone who isn't happy with this bill that's come out.
And again, the House doesn't take it up. I mean, is there any going back to the table?
Well, I would hope that once the Senate Judiciary Committee and the Senate floor passes the bill, that these people right here who've been discussing it with me and other members of the Senate will go right over to the House and start and continue to speak with the members over there. I mean, I don't understand why the House wouldn't pass it, but that's their prerogative, and we're giving them a good bill that addresses the concerns of the victims as well as victims who were cut out of the previous bills.
You say you haven't heard from anybody who's got any concerns. Have you had any feedback from the Catholic Conference, which initially submitted a 15-page testimony on all the things that were wrong with the original, as they saw it, the original McEntee bill, and really had nothing to say, until the original Nessa Bush bill came out a week or so ago. So have they seen this?
It's online now. They've seen it now.
Okay.
It was embargoed until it was posted online.
Have you had any discussions?
I have not had any discussions with the Catholic Conference on this new piece of legislation yet.
Or Father Healy?
I have not had a conference with Father Healy at all.
Okay.
So for the cities and towns, if the statute of limitations is 3 years to sue them?
No, the cities and towns will be 35 years.
Okay.
Same as the perpetrators.
Is there a 3-year provision in here?
Yeah.
Which page is that on?
Page 2.
But I think if you look at the bottom paragraph B, it says in case of childhood sexual abuse, the time for bringing such suits against the state and any other subdivision shall be 9/151, and 9/151 is the statute that increases it to 35 years. So if it's a non-child sexual abuse case, the statute of limitation remains 3 years. If it's a child sexual abuse case, the statute of limitation is 35 years.
Okay.
Any other comments or questions? I just want to say thank you for Don for working with us on this legislation. Oftentimes we didn't agree on things, but we kept coming back to the table so that we knew that we had to get some piece of legislation through that would address the victims so that they could be taken care of and move forward. Thank you.